Namaskar, my dear friends. Om Bhura Bhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this is video number 2 about the sayings of Swami Ramdas of Aanandasram, Kanagad, Kerala. Swami Ramdas was a self-realized and a liberated soul. He was blessed by Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi, and as a result of this blessing, he experienced the Sahaja Samadhi, the highest level of the spirituality. Now I start this video number 2 with saying number 56. The heading of this section is Path. Saying number 56. Bhakti is the root, Vairagya is the tree, Jnana is the flower, and the realization of the Supreme Godhead is the fruit. Saying number 57. The most exalted way to realize God is through Niskama Seva. Saying number 58. Think on me until all thoughts are dissolved. This is the teaching of Sri Krishna in regard to meditation. Saying number 59. Real worship consists in constantly remembering and glorifying the great truth that dwells in the hearts of us all. Saying number 60. God's grace is never for him who is indolent and negligent. God's grace is for him who is persevering and industrious. Saying number 61. Doubt not, fear not, worry not should be the mantram that ought to guide and inspire us in all the vicissitudes of life. Saying number 62. Be cheerful and blissful always by holding constant communion with your real being. This is the secret of life. Saying number 63. Your Guru, God and Guide is ever within you. Through constant remembrance of Him, draw strength and peace from Him. Saying number 64. Through constant remembrance of God and self-surrender, you can develop a strong will by which you can subdue the mind and free it from all doubts and fears. Saying number 65. If you take all conditions and happenings as determined by all-knowing God, and remember that the world of name and form is by its very nature a transient and changing play, you have no room for any anxiety or sorrow. Saying number 66. A cheerful mind cures and wards off all mental and physical diseases. Saying number 67. The true unity between husband and wife becomes possible only when the minds of both have turned toward the one God dwelling in their hearts and pervading all through the universe. Saying number 68. The obstacle that comes in the way of an aspirant toward the attainment of God is a restless and desire-ridden mind. Hence, in the first place, control of the mind and eradication of its vasanas are absolutely necessary before the divine light and knowledge can illumine his heart. Saying 69. Be ever conscious of the fact through ceaseless remembrance that truth ever abides in you, with you, and everywhere about you. Saying number 70. Seek guidance from within. Listen to this voice and act. Don't do this simply because others ask you to do so. Saying number 71. Certainly we have to take the world as it is, because it is not in our power to change it as we like, but it is our to live in it by affecting a change in our vision and in our attitude towards it. Saying number 72. After the awakening, the aspirant should be steady and unwavering in his faith, and should treat the path of discipline, taking God within him as his guide, and should not give up the struggle until the goal is reached. The speedy success of the sadhana depends upon the intensity of his longing to realize him. Saying number 73. No amount of reading of scriptures and religious literature can help the earnest seeker after truth in his progress towards the supreme ideal. His single-hearted and independent sadhana for the elimination of the impurities of the mind that obstruct his vision of reality should be his mainstay. Saying number 74. To get the God vision, you ought to transcend the gunas and dvandvas. Don't be bound by the dictates of any shastra or dharma, but become utterly free by a wholehearted surrender to him. Saying 75. Your belief that somebody else can pray for your uplift is wrong. Men who have attained knowledge and have realized immortal bliss can show the path, but it is yours to tread it with steady and unwavering steps, having God within you as your guided helper. Saying number 76. Tutor the mind to behold God everywhere by making it dwell in God thought and earn everlasting peace and joy. Saying number 77. Do all sadhanas in a spirit of play. Let cheerfulness be their keynote, with delight in the heart and light of step. Go to meet the beloved mother who is always yours. You are her knowledge child. Saying number 78. Struggle is a sure condition of progress. Shrink not, faint not. The Almighty Lord is your helper. Go ahead and full stream and brave every storm. Don't feel disturbed. Go to meet the beloved in your heart with a cheerful mind and a smile. He is ever with you and he are not different. Saying number 79. The mind may run like a monkey, but you know that you are not the mind, you are the watcher of its antics. When you have thus realized that you are the immortal witness, you will not be influenced by the promptings of the desire-ridden mind. When you have identified yourself with the witness, the desires of the mind will die away by themselves through inaction. Saying number 80. Calm and silent meditation alone can convince us of truth, which no amount of quotations and argumentation can help us to arrive at. Saying number 81. It is he who has given us to our respective situations. He expects us not to grumble, fret, or feel worried. No condition is bad for us provided we do not fail to remember Him at all times. Saying number 82. A man can get anything he wishes if he makes efforts like Bhagiratha. Saying number 83. Ours is not to make other people rich and wise, but to become wise ourselves by serving humanity with all love and humility. Saying number 84. Why throw away a precious life dedicated to God and His service as Mirabai did? Love Him in all, serve Him in all, and make yourself blessed, pure and peaceful. Saying 85. Indeed, the search for God outside us goes on until we make the life's discovery that our heart is the shrine in which the Lord of the universe, Vishwanath, dwells in all His glory. Saying number 86. The best book that we have to read every day is our own heart. Let us watch and examine its workings. What we require is to stand apart from it and witness its manifold activities. We can very effectively do this in meditation. Saying number 87. Seek not to transform the world before you have wrought the needed change in yourself. Saying number 88. Serve God in humility to the utmost power that God has granted you in a niskama, selfless spirit, and be friendly and loving towards all. Saying number 89. Indeed, there is no means greater than satsang to keep awake the divine consciousness within us. Satsang we get in consequence of the purification of the mind. Saying number 90. We should not always look for external aid. The best means for keeping awake the knowledge of truth is to repeat constantly the Guru Mantra and to count the society of the Bhaktas. Saying number 91. Be ever in tune with Him who is eternally residing within you, who is changeless, immortal spirit, who is absolute existence, consciousness, and bliss, Sat Chit Ananda. Saying number 92. It is not the recitation of the Gita that can elevate you to the truth of your existence, namely God, but a profound meditation on the truths inculcated in the slokas. Saying number 93. In all your actions, both at school and at home, be always straightforward, honest and truthful. Cultivate the qualities of kindness, love and forgiveness towards everybody. Saying number 94. Please remember, we can behold God only when we are free from the clutches of lust, wrath and greed. Saying number 95. True greatness is of a pure heart and mind. What does it matter to you what your colleagues or anybody else think of you? Saying number 96. Stand above the petty praise and blame of the world. Saying number 97. During the period of sadhana for the attainment of this goal, the sadhaka must learn to be calm and collected in all that he does. He must watch the mysterious workings of the divine Shakti in him and everywhere about him, and must remember that all things happen for good and good alone. Saying number 98, to dispel from the mind our doubts and fears by merely listening to philosophical discourses is not sufficient. What is required is to bring down these truths into practical experience. Saying number 99, the first thing needed is an attempt to control the unbridled mind. Saying number 100, live humbly but nobly, braving all the storms of life with implicit trust in God and His dispensation. Saying number 101, do not hesitate in doing the right thing, stay away. Saying number 102, it is better to allow ourselves to be deprived of our so-called rights in favor of another, if by such an attitude we can make others happy. Saying number 103, mere reading of religious books helps only in awakening us to the sense of reality, but the awakening does not last unless the practice for concentration of mind is gone through with earnestness and zeal. Saying number 104, a concentrated and purified mind alone absorbs the teachings of the divine truth. Saying number 105, so long as a man is obsessed with the sense of duality, prayer, meditation and self-surrender are things real and necessary for him. Saying 106, God does not want us to be tied down to a rule or a course of discipline, making it indispensable for us for all time. True freedom consists in being able to enjoy the bliss of the eternal in all changes, all turns and vicissitudes of life. Saying number 107, until the flame of truth begins to burn steadily and undiminished, it is necessary that every available means be adopted to keep it up. Saying number 108, it is indeed not sufficient merely to awaken the mind to the supreme sense of reality. A constant hammering of the truth on the restless mind is essential. Saying number 109, a mind which has been allowed to roam about uncurbed for a long time naturally resists control that is exercised on it during sadhana, even for a short period. Saying number 110, tutor the mind to feel His presence everywhere and in all things. He is at once the unchanging, all-pervading, motionless, formless truth, and also the power active and moving in all-pervading, motionless, formless truth, and also the power active and moving in all manifestations. Saying number 111, as the first step, feel always that you are merely an instrument in the hands of Shakti and go through all sadhanas as if they were her work done through you. Do not be impatient, march on steadily and leave the question of progress and ultimate attainment to the Lord Himself. Saying number 112, in the matter of the sadhana, do not do anything, go forcibly, fix the mind to the meditation of your ideal, proceed gradually but with undaunted perseverance. So I end this video number 2 here. Please like, comment and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot my dear friends. Namaskar.